Hello, everyone. I'm truly excited today. I've got a very special lady with me. She is the creative director of White Light Studios, the founder of Shruti Tejwani Studios, a celebrity photographer, as well as she is defining modern glam photography. So it's truly, truly amazing to have her with me today in the new episode of SDJ Podcast. Welcome, Shruti. Truly an honor and privilege to have you with me on this new episode. And first of all, I want to say, I've been having a look and reading about you and seeing all the amazing photographs you normally click off people. It's truly, truly amazing. So kudos to you, first of all, on that. And to begin with, my first question would be, how did this profession come to you? Because this is a very different kind of a profession or an unconventional profession, I would say. So how did this come to you that you wanted to do this as a full-time career?
First of all, thank you so much for such an overwhelming introduction. I mean, it makes me feel really great, and I'm very happy and honored to be a part of your podcast. And thanks for having me. Um, to begin with, your first question that you asked me was that how did I think of getting into this profession, right?
Yeah.
So I think since I was a child, I was completely mesmerized by the world of cinema, and I totally loved the idea of acting, dancing, looking good, glamour, all of that just like kind of fascinated me all the time.
Right.
So I knew that my career would have been something to do with in the glamour industry or something to do with that because I was not absolutely not interested in studies. A
Okay.
very mediocre child, and I was like more. I knew I'd do a profession which was more skill based than very like I wasn't a bookworm. So I knew that I had to take up a career in the glamour industry. And when I started to study, and I realized that there is more to medical and accountancy, and how our parents would
Right.
ask us to like choose a certain stream and just study that only.
Yeah.
I think back then when I started, I kind of broke that because my friends were all into medical and engineering and all that, and I was like, no, I know what I want to get into, and I wanted to take up media as a career, and I studied media, and I
Okay.
did my arts, and I did my journalism, mass media. I went to London School of Photography. I did my course in photography. I learned the craft properly to make sure that whatever I do in my career has to be very media oriented. So that's how I started my journey.
Okay. Normally when we have people, they come in the most glamorous form, to get a portrait shoot or a shoot done. How do you go beyond the glamour, in capturing their soul, their style, and their spirit?
In so many years of shooting so many people,
Yeah.
I have realized that everyone has that one kida in them. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
everybody has that one. I don't know how to explain, but like that one small desire that they need to look like a certain
Yeah.
someone, or they aspire to look like someone. So
Right.
I've always felt that yes, everybody has it in them, but
Right.
somewhere somebody shows it, and some of them they're not very camera friendly, so they hide it. So
Right.
I think what I bring to the picture, and what I've heard from a lot of people who have shot with me,
Yeah.
is when they shoot with me is when they feel their most comfortable self, and that element of their personality comes out. And I feel
Mhm.
it's very important because, like I always say, a photograph is an image,
Yeah.
and an image is something that is within you always, and it needs to come out. And at one point when we are photographing people, I've seen that come out in a lot of my clients and subjects who have shot.
Lovely.
So yeah,
You
it does
know,
come out.
yeah. Your profession, there's always a challenge, of creative burnout, when you have to always, look into the visual magic of your photography which you take. So, how do you keep yourself energized or motivated all the time, on a dull day?
I'm a hyper energy person. I mean, you ask anybody around me. I mean,
Okay.
sometimes they have to tone me down. They're like, sometimes they have to tell me, like, there's something called as being calm also.
Yeah.
So as a person, I'm very hyper energetic. And I feel that I think every day of my life, I just wake up with the thought that, I have the most amazing job because I get to meet like new set of people every time. And, it's not a boring, random, regular 9 to 5 job that I do every time. So every time there's a new subject I'm shooting with, new person I'm shooting with. And every time I like to outdo the last shoot I've done. So
Right.
I really look forward to my work and I really put my 100% to every shoot I do.
Okay. What inspires your color palette? Is it fashion, films, moods, or music?
Oh, let's put it the other way. I would say music, mood,
Okay.
fashion, films.
Okay.
So primarily, I make sure that I play very good music when I'm shooting with my friends. So I create the right mood. Obviously, we are all inspired with films and fashion. So all of it put together gives the best glamorous output of every picture. Though sometimes my pictures are very subtle. They're
Right.
just pure black and white. They're black on black, white on white. But I make sure that the hair and makeup is in place, and there's a little glamour element happening to it, a little hair flip or
Right.
something.
Right.
And I think a combination of all of this puts together and brings about a good picture.
Okay. And do you think, technically a perfect photo can also be emotionally empty?
Oh, yes, most of it. I think actually, it's a very interesting question, I must say first.
Yeah.
Primarily, pictures have a lot of emotions to it,
Right.
but there are a lot of pictures which also holds no emotions,
Right.
and I have experienced that personally in my career also that a lot. Say for example, like even the models shooting what they shoot, sometimes they don't hold the right emotion. They're
Right.
doing it just for money or something like that.
Right.
Similarly, when you're shooting with a mother and a child, there's so much emotion happening. If sometimes you see that emotion missing in a couple,
Yeah.
sometimes you see that emotion missing in friends.
Yeah.
You camera captures everything, so you kind of sense everything. Yes.
Right. And has there, is there a memory of any particular or a memorable client of yours, which you didn't expect, but when the camera started rolling, it changed into a different personality altogether. So I'm sure you might have any
Oh,
memorable moment of anyone who is like that.
so many, so many. You have no idea.
Okay.
Once people get comfortable and they start shooting,
Right.
right, right, halfway through the shoot,
Yeah.
suddenly you hear them. You know what? I got a collection of sunglasses. Can I get them out and can I like shoot in them? And then
Okay.
suddenly you see them showing off, like their collections and they want to get photographed in their new outfits or the earring collections. I recently shot with a friend of mine and he collects guns. Like
Okay.
he's a shooter. He's a
Okay.
professional shooter.
Wow.
And after the photo shoot got done, he told me that he wanted to shoot with his collection of his guns and because there are people
Right.
after they break that ice is when
Yeah.
they get in that zone and you have no idea where the shoot ends.
Okay, lovely. I'm sure you've set certain targets for yourself. If today I look at Shruti, probably 5 years down the line, what is that targets which you are still wanting to achieve?
I, like you said, I've opened the studio last year. I
Right.
aspire to open a bigger studio. I
Okay.
aspire to um, slow down and take up like very selective clients because I now want to cater to people who understand my art and I want to cater to people who let me do my thing. Though
Right.
I've worked very hard last 20 years, I've like literally shot every weekend, I've shot every day, I've shot
Right.
three shoots a day.
Right.
Maybe 5 years down, I want to slow down, I don't want to
Mhm.
go all out and
Right.
go berserk with my art. I want to definitely open a bigger studio. That's in my mind. I
Okay.
want to cater to providing a better space to content creators and people who are looking at um, shooting and providing them better services, which probably we never got, when we were
Right.
working out at during our early days. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I have in mind.
So I also want to know, see, everyone has deadlines, everyone wants to get their work done on time. There might be days, when probably a celebrity comes to you, they're not in that frame of mind or a shoot, but they have to do it. What is it that you tell them to motivate them and, try still getting a perfect picture out of them?
Oh, with celebrities, you just keep praising them. You
Okay.
just keep praising them, and they are good with that. That's what works for them, and Yeah, I think I've now started praising the celebrity and the entourage that comes with the celebrity also. Sometimes
Okay.
you pump their ego well, and then they're all just fine. Just that's how it all works. It all works in an entourage of five people working together and hyping the celebrity.
Okay.
So it works for me always.
Lovely. What is in your early career, probably, what are the mistakes you think you made in your early life which actually built your leadership qualities?
I did a lot of mistakes. A
Mm.
lot of mistakes. Being in Bombay, these the old time photographers and all, they're so particular about the Rembrandt lighting and the butterfly lighting.
Right.
I think I broke all the rules. I never followed any rule. I knew my basics. I knew my ISOs. I knew my shutters, compositions, everything. But I just wanted to break the rules. I think I've been like this since I was a child. Just wanted to break the rules and see. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
As long as it's not life endangering, you should totally break the rules and go for it. So
Mm.
I've completely taken a lot of risks with with the biggest brands I've shot with, and yet given them the best results. Have had to work a little more extra on the posts and the edits,
Right.
but I think photography has no rule, and photography should not have a rule because it's an art form. And how I shoot a tree is something somebody else could shoot it differently. I mean, how you play with the shadows, how you play with the light, it's to each his own. And
Right.
breaking the rule should be the first rule of everything in life.
Yeah. And do you think that camera usually reveals the truth or is it all illusion?
Now it's all illusion. Now everything is so filtered, everything is
Yeah.
so AI, everything is so photoshopped. It's it's an illusion now. I would say it was a reality uh, till few years back.
Right.
Now, if you ask me, I mean, I am so dependent on Photoshop and
Yeah.
AI and everything, and we all are gonna get dependent on it. Let's be real. Um, it's a very interesting question, but it's a mix of both, I would
Yeah,
say.
but into addition to that question also, with so many AI tools coming in, in terms of making life easier for people also. If in fact even a normal person having a good phone can take a beautifully shot, capture a beautiful shot. But you think this is,
Yeah,
yeah, but you think this is creating a problem in terms of employment with photographer, the industry in the photographer, industry
it
or
yeah, it will create a huge impact to our industry.
right,
Huge. Like
right,
just like how uh, but again, it's a tool.
right,
It's a helping tool. It's something, everything, like long back when artists were painting,
right,
the Xerox machine came in to help us with more prints.
yeah,
Similarly, Photoshop came in to help the photographers.
right,
But photography still is a part of the game.
right.
Similarly with AI is a tool, but it is going to affect the photographers, and it is going to affect a lot of newcomers. So you
Yeah,
have to go hand in hand with AI. You
right,
have to eventually learn the tool to understand how you can go hand in hand with it.
right.
It will affect the industry tremendously,
Yeah,
but like I said, you have to adapt as you move on. You have to go with the flow. You have to go with how things are working. So I'm learning AI every day of my life because I want to make sure that I know everything that the new tool is offering to our
yeah,
industry.
yeah,
So I would take it as a helping tool because it's creating wonders for people.
right.
You know, models, hair, makeup, stylists,
Yeah,
location, props. Everybody's gonna go off
yeah,
jobs if good AI artists come in. But then again, you need to be good at AI. Then that's
yeah.
what goes hand in hand.
Right. I'm little old school, so I used to enjoy black and white photography back in the day. So, but if you had to, what is your take? Do you like the olden times and the into those black and white photography pics, or you prefer the color palette which has come in, or what is the transition? You must have seen that
So
transition.
yeah, so I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I do a lot of monochrome photography in my portraits. I do a lot of black and white photography for my
Right.
newborns and my pregnancy
Right.
pictures, and even for fashion and for other things. I personally do a lot of monochrome for
Right.
myself.
Right.
I I'm very new school. I
Yeah.
prefer. I like the tools. I like
Right.
Photoshops. I like all the editors working for me. I
Right.
like the fact that they give me seven versions of one picture.
Okay.
I personally think that. I personally think that if you have a tool, why not use it the right way? And if it's giving you great results, it just makes your work faster and you make a lot of, a lot more work happen. And obviously,
Yeah,
money also comes in with it.
right.
So
Yeah,
I'm totally new school. I mean, I don't even remember if I would want to do one of those old style, but I know a lot of people like it just
yeah,
for the sake of the art, and it's amazing. I mean, I personally, like I said, I'm a very energetic and less patient person. I
okay.
would prefer the using the new tools and going that way.
Right.
Yes.
I'm sure, you'll also agree with me. I think your toughest clients would be the infants and the newborn to get them in their proper position and place to take pictures of them. But,
No, I think they are. I think I think handling babies and newborns and children is something that I have the knack of it now.
okay.
Been doing it for so many years now.
Yeah,
Now
but
I've
not
mastered
everyone
the art of
can.
doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think there's just a way. They just need to be comforted the right way, and they just need to be fed at the right time, and just
right.
like cushioned away properly, and they give great results. I think I've never, touchwood, had a problem with shooting or having a tough time with babies and children. We have become very pro at it. We do it so fast
Yeah,
that we are quite popular for being one of the fastest photographers to complete shoots in like
okay.
1 2 hours. We finish shoots
Oh, wow.
with babies and children.
Okay.
Yes.
Today, if a legacy, what is the kind of legacy you'd like to leave behind? What people would remember you by?
I think people would I'm a very easygoing, friendly person, I would say.
Yeah,
People, I think apart from what I've shot and what I've done, I've never shot it from this point of view that, what, I'm going to take half an hour to frame this frame and then I'm going to like do this and this. I've just let people be and have like interacted with them, partied with them, chilled with them, and I've taken
yeah,
photographs. So
yeah,
I think the legacy I wouldn't say would be the right word. I would say how people would like to remember me would be like, they always call me like the fun photographer. It's so much
okay,
fun to shoot with Shruti.
right,
It's a breeze. It's easy. She lets you be. I like the fact that some pictures are sometimes so undone
yeah,
and so raw,
yeah,
and that brings the beauty out of people's characters. And I think that's what photography is all about, because when you catch them at their half undone
yeah,
point, is where you get the right picture.
yeah.
So
In
I
fact,
think I would want everybody to remember me as a fun photographer.
yeah, in fact, I can't agree more. Even when people take pics of mine or if I go for any events and things like that, I love the candid photography when I'm not posing at the camera. They take it if I'm talking to someone. That those kind
Correct.
of for that because those are the kind, I think the kind of pics which really you enjoy the moment, and then those pics are
Yeah.
coming out. You're not really
Yeah.
posing or standing in front of the
Mm.
camera to just take the pics. So I think that is also very important today, I feel.
Yeah, that is important, yes. But when I'm shooting, I make sure that I kind of plan the shoot and then
Yeah,
I add a little candid moment to it. Like
yeah,
just I make a couple stand next to each other and I suddenly tell them, okay, look at each other, and then they have that awkward stare at each other, and that's when you get the picture. So
right.
I would say I do like a planned it picture, like I
Yeah.
plan the picture and
Plan.
I put a candid moment to it.
Okay,
So
love that.
that gives great results.
Great.
Yes.
So now that comes to a fun segment. This is the rapid fire round. These are just going to be quick answers from
Oh,
your
really? We
side.
have a rapid fire. I don't know. I wasn't
Yeah.
prepared for this, but
Yeah. So,
yes,
and if
let's.
I really love it, I'm going to send a hamper across to you, I promise.
Okay, let's wait for the hamper.
Okay, great.
Yes,
So my first one would be studio lights or natural light?
studio lights.
Okay. Uh,
I'm a lighting expert, so I like studio lights.
okay. What is your favorite location that you've shot?
I love the beach below my house. I have
Okay.
shot hundreds of photo shoots on the beach, just right below my building, and I can't tell you the pictures I get. It's unreal. I love the location.
Okay. Suppose this is just a guesswork from your side. Suppose all the Bollywood celebrities had a WhatsApp group together. Who do you think would be the person who people would mute and who would be the person who would send noisy voice notes?
They'd mute Ranveer Singh for sure,
Okay.
and loud voice notes to Sanjay Dutt
Okay. Great.
because
I
he's very slow.
I'm sure there must be very stressful days for you also. But what is, and I believe music therapy is the best thing to heal things, you know. So, what is that
Yes.
one genre of music, you know, when you're having a stressful day that you go to?
Oh, I love hypnotic techno.
Okay,
I am a rave fan and I love hypnotic techno and my music playlist. I must share it with you. You will
okay,
thank me for that. It's one of the best playlists I play
right,
during my shoots or when I'm working and I need that focus. And I have accumulated this over the years. And
right,
every time I play during my shoot or I'm working, people they ask me for my list. They're like, "Listen, we
okay,
need your playlist. It's so good." So I love hypnotic techno because it's melodic and it's nice and it lets me focus and it's amazing. I love music therapy. It's completely my game.
okay. Who is that one celebrity? It can be dead or alive, it can be Hollywood, Bollywood, it can be anybody, which you are dreaming of shooting.
I love John Abraham.
Okay.
I love him
Yeah,
to death. And I
I,
think I've shot with him a couple of
yeah, I did
times.
see one of the
I
reels.
can
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and I can keep shooting him as many times as I can in my
okay,
lifetime. I think for me he's my ultimate celebrity epitome of
yeah.
beauty and charm and good looks that I would love to shoot all the time.
Yeah, but it also looks like
That answer, everybody who knows me knows this answer.
but I think even like by the looks of it, even if you don't know the person well, you can see how like humble and you know, he's full of humility. You know, that is something nice to see.
Yes, he's fantastic. He's an amazing guy, and I've shot with him at least 18, 20 times, and he's I think there's nobody better than John Abraham in the industry.
Okay. I want to know one thing. You know, what is that one thing you've dared wanted to do, but you were dead, you were scared or not bold enough to do it?
I was once asked to shoot this breed. I don't know this one breed, this big dog breed, which they do look like lions.
Okay.
I was asked to shoot this one Saint Bernard. It was one of those
Okay.
big, huge dogs. I was asked to shoot that dog with the family, and that the dog controller couldn't handle him, and I
Okay.
think, and I am a dog lover, so that
Yeah.
was one shoot. I think I totally messed up because I was shivering and the dog was huge.
Okay.
So, but otherwise, I've never had a problem with any of my shoots. I've performed well.
Okay. If you were given a superpower, you know, any superpower in the world, how would you use it? And what would it be?
Oh, this one is interesting. I don't want to say I want to be invisible. I would want to be God.
Or
I
probably you
just want
would,
to be God
or you would
and
like to get
bless.
into people's mind thinking what they're thinking before they come to your
No,
shoot.
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care less about. I think I'd become God,
Okay.
and I think I'd just bless everybody, give them enough money, give them enough
Yeah.
good things in life, so they are always forever happy. And I don't care about who's thinking what or who's. I think I'd just bless everybody with good health,
Yeah.
money,
Yeah.
lots of money,
All right.
and I think that would bring happiness to everyone.
All right. And my last question of the podcast would be I would like you to give a message to especially the young entrepreneurs. I believe in women empowerment. A lot of women, young women want to get into photography. You know, they want to start their careers, you know, early. So, what is that one advice or the attributes one must have to get into your kind of industry? And, so I would like you to, you know, share some messages to them from your side.
I think it's. I think when I started, things were very different. At during our times, social media wasn't such a big thing, and we had to like network and like
Right,
do lots of free shoots to like be known in the circle and
right,
just keep pleasing people and just keep pleasing and doing our thing. I think things have changed now. I'd say. I mean, the new Gen Z
right.
photographers. I primarily would say that first arrange money from anywhere and make a good portfolio.
Yeah,
Because I think when people say I don't have enough money, I don't enough, no, I think when you need to do something, you arrange things.
right,
If it requires you to buy a good camera, loan it up, buy it, do it, go that extra mile, create
mhm,
your folio, push yourself, look bloody good,
yeah,
present yourself in a very premium manner, because
yeah.
that is, if you look premium is when you can make somebody else look premium.
True.
I say
Yeah,
this to everyone, that don't go shabbily dressed to a shoot. Don't present yourself nails not done, hands not, hair not done, just shabbily go present yourself in
Right.
a glamour. I think it's very important to yourself look luxury and premium, so that
Yeah.
your clients think that, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
you know what, she can make us look like her, or
Right.
she's premium. I
Right.
think that is very important. I think you need to go that extra mile, go beg, borrow, steal, do whatever it takes to make your folio.
Right.
Avoid stupid collaborations where people are exploiting you,
Yeah.
because people are going to use you and
Mm.
not tag you.
Right.
Don't get exploited. It's the worst feeling in the world to get exploited where you're not tagged and they make you work like a dog.
Yeah.
Don't. No, you're not answerable to anybody. If your art is good, if
Yeah.
you're good at your skill, just go all out. Make yourself the brand, rest will follow.
Right.
I think I would say this to everyone who is the new generation who's looking at getting into photography.
Yeah, that's a lovely advice. I couldn't agree more with you because people also say, 70% of your battle is won if you dress well.
Yes.
So that I couldn't agree much more, to what you've said. So, and I'm sure all the viewers watching us, has taken this positive message, and it is inspiring me also, having this attitude, which is
Yes.
carefree attitude. It's always nice to have that attitude, and not think of things.
You will not believe, I've gone for shoots where where we have been like 5, 6 photographers,
Yeah,
and just because I've, maybe they're better photographers than me, but just because I've gone dressed very well,
right,
with with my hair done, nails done, I'm looking fresh and sharp. I've picked up the work because I've looked presentable enough for the client to pick me.
right,
So
right,
I think it's very important, and it's not about looks. It's not
right,
about how pretty
yeah,
you are or
yeah,
how looking you are. It's
right,
about just going well dressed. It's because if you respect yourself first is when somebody else will respect you. If
true,
you
true,
see my Instagram page, Siddhant, I make sure every video or every photo that I put out, I myself look so
right,
premium and
right,
put together, because
yeah,
there are thousands of people watching me. If
yeah,
somebody wants to get a photograph done by
yeah,
me,
yeah,
they want to first see me and they say, oh, you know what?
yeah,
Her hair makeup is in place, her clothes are in place. She will definitely be able to put us our looks together.
right.
So I primarily think that in being in our industry, it's very important to go very well dressed to whichever shoot you go to or
Right.
whoever you cater to.
I couldn't agree more. And also, I want to add, like I would especially tell, especially as the Gen Zs we were talking about, don't look at problems, look at the solutions. That's more important.
Yeah,
Just don't think that, if you're having a bad day, that's the end of it, and then they take to different
yeah,
means, they take to extreme means, which, have to harm themselves or things. It's very important that today, failure is a part of success. It's a stepping stone. So don't get disheartened if today something doesn't work for you. But if you keep at it,
yeah. It's just a bad day. It's not a bad
yeah,
life. I mean,
exactly. Yeah,
we all go through our respective shares of ups
yeah,
and downs, and
yeah,
I think, and one must know that it's a very competitive field. I mean,
right.
nobody is coming to help you.
Yeah,
You
true
got to
that.
collect yourself, and you got to collect yourself, and be consistent. Like, Monday to Friday, all days are not going to be a 10 on 10. Some days are going
Mhm.
to be one. Some days are going to be 20. So you
Yeah,
got to figure it out. I mean, I have always maintained that consistency. There were times
yeah,
when had 30 shoots a month, and then
yeah,
there were times when I had just 10 shoots, but
yeah,
other 20 days I was doing something or the
yeah,
other, posting
right,
something out, doing
yeah,
something, just being consistent, just loving your
exactly.
job so much
Yeah,
that someone somewhere is going to look at that one thing that you did out of
mhm,
the box.
right,
So I think, I mean, that's how I honestly am. I'm 45, and that's
right,
last 20 years I've been shooting,
right,
and I have not a single day of my life I've put the camera down, or I've felt that this is it and I'm not going to do it or take it up because life has come to an end or I'm not getting work. Luckily, I've never had like days when I've not had work. I've always been blessed with great clients and a lot of work and
right,
great work on my table. But I couldn't be more grateful for the what the profession has given me.
right. So, kudos, Shruti. It's truly amazing chatting with you today, getting insights on
Thank you
your
so much.
journey, your journey. Wishing you all the very best for all your future endeavors. I'm sure you're going to keep
Thank
shining
you.
always. But it was
Thank
truly
you.
wonderful chatting with you today, and thank you for taking out the time to do this with me. And I'll hope to see you in
Thank
Bombay
you.
because I'm from Bombay. So I have my days in
Okay.
Bombay and Cal. So whenever I do come to Bombay, I'll definitely connect and we'll catch up.
100%. Your portrait photography is due on me.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Bye bye.